Have you ever been fed up trying to figure out why you are the way you are? Like, why do I still take things personally and worry what people think? Why do the same old feelings keep coming back? Enough already. But what if trying to figure yourself out is actually the problem? The answer isn't more self-understanding. It's actually something much simpler, and it takes just 5 minutes. I'm a psychotherapist with over 40 years of experience. I built my career on figuring myself out. And then I discovered something that made such a difference in my life. I wanted to share it with you today. You know, it's a little ironic that I'm talking to you today about not trying to figure yourself out because as a psychotherapist, figuring yourself out is not optional. It's your job. Because if you don't understand yourself on a deep level, you can't help anyone else understand who they are either. So there's value in that. But for a long time, I thought that's all I needed to feel better and grow stronger. But I was wrong. Here's what happened. I had two realizations that changed everything. The first was this. Knowing all of that information didn't make the insecurity go away or keep the feelings from coming back. It didn't change a thing. And the second epiphany was even bigger. I realized that all that time I'd been spending in my head, asking why, analyzing, figuring it all out, was actually a way to avoid feeling what was really there. Being in our head is the way all of us stay disconnected from our feelings, because somewhere along the line, our mind convinced us that if we really let our feelings in, they'll take over. They'll never leave. They'll overwhelm us, so we keep them at bay. Think of it this way. Have you ever tried to hold a beach ball underwater? You can push it down for a while, but eventually it pops right back up no matter how hard you try. That's exactly what many of us do with our feelings. Every time we push them down, oh yeah, they may go away for a while, but you know as well as I do, they will eventually pop up. Sometimes when you least expect it. So thanks to a very good therapist I had 40 years ago, she told me this. Connie, take everything you've got going on up here, all those insecurities, worries, and figuring stuff out, and let them travel down to here. And she pointed to her heart. Just allow yourself to feel what's in here, because the head will never help you heal. It's the heart that does. So I took her advice, and when I had a feeling that bothered me, I sat down alone with myself for 5 minutes. And in doing so, I discovered something pretty amazing. The mind was wrong. The feeling didn't take me over. I didn't land in a corner in a fetal position. In fact, the exact opposite happened. And it totally took me by surprise because when I allowed that feeling to be heard and felt, I could actually feel it moving away right before my eyes. I felt so much lighter. The best way to describe it is that it felt like a wave in the ocean that rises and falls and then finishes itself on the sand. And it's done until the next wave. So when we use our head to stop our feelings never get to the sand. And here's the thing, they won't go away until they do, until we let them complete their cycle. And all it takes is just allowing them to be. And by practicing this 5-minute exercise over and over again, I learned one of the most powerful lessons of my life. Our feelings aren't dangerous. They're just waiting to be heard. And if we don't allow them to be expressed because we're too busy trying to figure them out or pushing them down because we're afraid of them, they have no choice but to keep coming back. So let me give you an example. Last week, I was extremely disappointed about something. I went into my room and I just said, okay, this is what I'm feeling right now. I am really disappointed, and I had some tears about it. But I just let them flow, and I didn't try to make it go away. I didn't try to tell a better feeling story. I just allowed myself to have that feeling. And by allowing it, I set it free. And like the wave, it moved away. I didn't carry it with me the rest of the day. I just accepted, that's the way I'm feeling, that's the way I felt, and it was okay. And when you make a feeling okay, it no longer becomes a big deal. But there's one more thing you can do in these 5 minutes, and honestly, it's the part that I love the most. Now, you hear me say this a lot, and of course, I'll keep saying it till my dying breath. And it's this: you are not who you think you are. You are a soul having a physical lifetime and living this experience as you, which means the real you is not the one having these feelings. The one having the feelings is the character you're playing in this lifetime. So here's what I do. I deliberately step back in my mind and visualize myself as my soul, this beautiful, huge energy of love that is watching my human self with no judgment, just compassion. And when you do that, you realize that you are not the feeling. You become gently detached from it because you know it's not really you. And here's exactly what it feels like for me. And I think it'll feel this way for you too, if you practice it. Picture a small child who's hurting, and she runs to her mother, who holds her on her lap and comforts her. And before long, the child calms down. The tears turn to sniffles, and the sniffles turn to cuddles. And before long, the child may even giggle and climb down from her mother's lap and go back to play. Nothing needed to be figured out. The child just needed to be held and to feel safe. And that's exactly what your feelings need from you. They just need to be held. See your soul as that mother, holding your human self with such a steady presence of love, wrapping its arms around you and saying, I've got you. I see you. You're safe. And in that moment, you are inviting yourself to know what it feels like to be your soul. So the next time you find yourself feeling frustrated and asking, why am I still this way? Don't go up into your head looking for the answer. Come down into your heart instead. Just 5 minutes, just 2 things. Allow the feeling to be felt and let your soul observe and hold you. Because what you're doing in those 5 minutes is taking time out for yourself, not to figure yourself out, but to feel yourself out. And every time you make that choice, every time you move from here to here, you are coming home to your true self. And that is one of the greatest acts of self-love there is. Because loving the self is one of the reasons you're here. So I hope this video has given you encouragement to try this exercise. And in the meantime, if you want more wisdom coming from your soul, I highly recommend my book, The Dear One Letters, A Path to Growing as a Human and Evolving as a Soul. It's a series of letters written from my soul to my human personality on how to remember who you are, how to let go of your fears, and how to live your life from a higher perspective. It's a wonderful book, if I don't say so myself, and you can get it on Amazon. We also offer a free PDF on connecting with your soul, and the link is right below. And if this video about figuring yourself out resonated with you, the next step is to watch my playlist, The Hidden Patterns Running Your Life, because this is a series of videos that will help guide you in your journey. I'll see you there. So until then, my greatest wish for you always is that one day you will truly believe that there really is no one worth knowing more than you.